go. Come on, something. Come on.
Swing and a miss.
There's a lot of spunk.
Don't throw it wide.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
There is no higher pinnacle of Super Mega Baseball achievement than reaching the promised land that is the XBL World Series. Many have given their all and have fallen short, while a proud few stand tall as the game's most hallowed and experienced players. We tango now under the bright lights of prime time, forging a path forward for one team to get their shot at the hardware and put their name in the history books. Welcome to the XBL semifinals.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back into another production of the Cross-Platform Baseball League. This is the XBL semifinals, the first game of these semifinals, first two games rather, here on your Wednesday night. My name is Weaver Ford Prez. I'll be your play-by-play commentator tonight, and I'm joined by one of the co-commissioners of the league here in the booth. His name is Dwayne. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing fantastic, Weaver. Great to be back with you in the booth for some XBL semifinal games. Huge here on 93 Ego. You gotta love when we get to this point in the season. The games are competitive, the teams are as good as can be, and yeah, this is it. This is the stuff.
It is a best of 7 series between Lazy and his Tokyo Blackbirds versus Luke Archer, the 5 seed, and his trusty Milwaukee Mallards. Both of these players, they've been here before, but they've never faced off versus each other in a playoff series. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, their only 2 official meetings are the regular season series in season 9, as well as their series here in season 12. Of course, a couple season hiatus for the GOAT himself, Lazy. But now back in the Final Four are both of these teams, and there's a lot at stake. And like you said, the bump to 93, that could be the deciding factor in this series.
Yeah, you know, the ego bump always seems to close the gap between the teams, you know, towards the back half of the top 4 and the top half of the top 4 once we get to this semifinal World Series sort of area. So it makes the games a little bit more interesting, and we'll see if that has an effect here tonight for Lazy and Luke. You know, will Luke be able to step his game up to 93? Is Lazy going to be able to, you know, stay as hot as he has been on 90, on 93? Both these players, as we know, are as balanced as can be on both sides of the ball. So step up in ego should really affect either of them too much, and I think it's going to be apparent tonight, like pretty much right off the bat, how well they're handling it.
Yeah, and speaking of how they handle the bat, I mean, strike zone awareness, our third key there. These are probably the best 2 batters' eyes in the history of the XBL, at least from the eye test. I'm not sure what the walk rates say. I'm sure they're both in the top 3. But this game, I mean, both players, they will have to throw strikes. Now, the 93 ego bump, that can change things. You know, you can be a little bit more erratic with your patience when it's coming in a little faster, and we'll see how that plays into it. But for the most part, these are just going to be some nasty. There's going to be some nasty takes at the plate that put each player into huge situations.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll have to see if you know, whoever's on the hill any given moment is able to adjust and adapt to the, you know, the ability of the other player to take strikes on the edges, to watch those balls that are, you know, this close to the plate. Will we be seeing any swinging out of the zone from either player? Like we said, 93 might affect that. But yeah, that's what makes this exciting. You know, these 2 are the best of the best, and they're fighting for a chance to get to the World Series, so they're going to be doing everything they can to get there.
2 high-powered offenses set to clash here at the beginning of this best of 7. The winner takes home a trip to the XBL World Series shortly. We will get started here in just a few minutes. These games are pre-recorded. We've had scheduling issues, so we had them play it offline. We've got the VOD, and we will commentate the VOD here for you shortly. Don't go anywhere while we prepare that. folks, after that short break, we are rearing to go here from Sakura Hills, game 1 of this semifinals series. Milwaukee Mallards and the Blackbirds. Luke will get the first at bat. These players exchange their pleasantries. They tell each other to have some fun, and let's have some fun together watching it here. Should be an excellent semifinals matchup. The first pitch will be delivered by Fastbow to Nymphy ACI, and it's in there. We are underway.
You gotta love the redesign from both teams here for, season 12 and for the playoffs for Luke. Oh,
Jay Dizzle and the center fielder, they converge, but no one can make a play. And just like that, the fastest runner in this lineup, Nymphy ACI, is on second base. One batter into the game, and we've seen a huge defensive mistake.
yeah, it's a good start for Luke. You want hitters on as early and as quick as possible in these games against someone like Lazy who can put up runs on you quick. So we'll see if that turns into anything here early in this first.
Now Fastbow falling behind. Nymphy ACI lurking in scoring position. Angie Affleck, the batter, swings through the triple-digit heat. It's going to activate a whiffer trait for Affleck. A good check swing from Luke. Runs the count full. Another inside fastball. He does not offer. First two have reached.
There's that eye you were talking about too, Weaver. Luke's so good to just take that early in this game, making Fastbow work, trying to, see as many pitches as possible.
Swings through that one. Evens the count. Couple fastballs getting Lazy to a 1-1 situation. Now 1-2. Anas Platarinkos. Seems like every hitter in this Mallards lineup has had their postseason moment in seasons past. A wild fastball inside, another full count. See if Luke if maybe decides to do something with the runners instead. He swings through that good fastball inside. Lazy gets his first out.
Yeah, it's valuable for Lazy. That's what he's going to need to do. He's going to need to find a way to get a lot of strikeouts because it's going to get dangerous if he's searching for contact. Luke not known for making a lot of soft contact, and like we said, that eye is going to be dangerous as he strokes one just foul there.
Emil Peckin hitting .421 in this postseason. Luke dispatching of Permatilt in 4 games and GTM in 5. Peckin into the gap. That is down and to the wall. Nymphy ACI scores. Trail runner following up. It's a 2-0 lead for the Mallards. Camille Peckin delivers early.
That's massive to capitalize early, like we saw the drop on the first batter of the game, and then the walk to follow. That is the type of runs you need to get if you're the Milwaukee Mallards. Just convert on any sort of base running opportunity you get.
Schnauz Duckbill III, third baseman. 4 home runs so far in this postseason run for these Mallards. Now he's got a runner in scoring position, albeit a slower one. Fouls off a good curveball. Tense already is Fastbow. 24 pitches, now 25, and it's a beauty of a dart, a fastball for the K.
Yeah, all Luke can do is stare at that. That's the type of location that's going to have to be pretty much all game long from either player on the mound.
A 1-1 count fastball seems to be favoring that inside half, especially with the outside trade, of course. Does Luke bite here? He does not, so a 2-2 count. Back to neutral is fastball, but hammered. Right field, it's carrying. It's towards the track. She is on the track. She's got it, and that'll end the inning, but the Milwaukee Mallards strike for 2. Here is Amy B, who made that catch out on the track, batting .700 through Lazy's 3 games in these playoffs, all versus Jay Coops. A leap by Platarinkos. Not sure if he had to. I guess with the new patch, he must have if it let him jump. Not sure, but in any case, he makes the play.
Yeah, take no chances, I guess, there from Luke, as that one off the glove of Peckin. Just barely able to clean up the second baseman to get another out there. That's valuable.
It took Fastbow for the Blackbirds 25 pitches to get 2 outs. Took Samantha Plume 6. Falling behind, however, now gets back in the count. Apple Bum. Soft contact, first base, Peckin. A very quick shutdown response inning from Luke Archer on the mound. Every single zero that you can muster against the force that is Lazy is a massive win, and Luke will certainly take that start. Jay Dizzle going to have no problem here. One down.
Yeah, the Lazy's so dangerous, so familiar with all these players on his team too. When you're able to put them away, it definitely feels like a little bit of a pat on the back, even if it's just for 3 outs in 1 inning and 1 portion of 1 game.
That curveball low in the zone, hoisted out to shallow right. Play is made. So there's 2 down quickly. That'll bring up Samantha Plumes. Lazy trying to answer with his own 1-2-3 inning after 6 batted in the first. Fast Bo, she catches the comebacker, and so he does get that 1-2-3 inning. A good response from Lazy after giving up 2 in the first.
Here's some huge power in the middle of the order now for the Blackbirds. We'll see if Lazy's able to use it. He hits that one hard over the head of the jumping shortstop to get himself a leadoff single with Jackie Stackey. He's the type of player that can, send one far into the seats.
Yeah, not a lot of speed over there at first for Bob Boa, second baseman. Has the contact versus righties trait. Samantha Plume's game 1 starter has been handed a lead early. This one hammered to center. The Nymphiaceae over her head makes that play.
Now, when hit maybe 2 on the nose by Lazy, you'll have to try and sit back on those breaking balls just a little bit more if he wants to hit him in the gap or get him into the seats.
Wacky Wanda, third baseman. Two and two count. Can't catch up to that heat. Luke goes with another fastball, paints it outside, 2 down.
That is a great location there from Luke. He absolutely nails that to get Lazy staring.
Swinging first pitch, curveball is Lazy. Quacks. She has it. Not a 1-2-3 inning, but a clean inning nonetheless for Luke. He goes back to work at the plate, top of the order. As we've seen in playoffs past, Lillian Nymphiaceae just seems to have an incredible knack for getting on base for Luke and his Mallards. Did so in the first. Not going to do so here as Wacky Wanda makes that play at the hot corner, 1 down.
Yeah, she found a way to get on in the first. Indeed, that sparked a little bit to get those 2 runs scored. We'll see if there's more out of this Mallards offense now that we're starting to settle in on the hill.
Yeah, Angie Affleck tried to pick on that changeup inside, just maybe got under it a little bit for the flyout. Platarinkos hammers a fastball down the pipe, but it is foul. 2 outs in the third. Fastball's velocity just starting to tick down a little bit. Great take from Luke. Seeing some heat. Platarinkos trying to go out the middle, diving. No, it is past the glove of the shortstop, and it's a 2-out knock.
That's a good 2-out knock by Luke. He's going to keep pushing this pitch count up on fastball. It's dangerous for Lazy. See how early he might have to dip into this bullpen. We're only in the third, and this is the 50th pitch for Bo that is upcoming and just went by.
Fastball swung on through by Luke. Just a bit outside. The 1-2 is taken for an even count. 53rd pitch of the outing for fastball coming up. Swing and a miss. Just a little too fast for Luke's contact swing there to handle. That'll end the inning. Does get a hit. Needs to go back to work, and it'll be 8-9-1 for the Blackbirds.
Blooms was really humming it in there. First couple pitches from Luke. Good fastballs against Jay Dizzle.
Yeah, and is locked in as well. And every pitch that you can muster in this game with as much velocity as you can is going to help you. But Lazy, fast Bo, going to earn a single up the middle.
Yeah, very good piece of hitting. Lazy's always, got a knack for getting singles, hitting the ball right up the middle, right where the fielders are. And this time, though, a 4-6-3 double play, uncharacteristic of the Blackbirds to turn that in the third.
Through 3 innings, Luke on the mound has been exceptional. And that gives him the 2-0 lead here as we begin the 4th inning. Schnaus Duckbill the third. He bats. And he finds himself ahead, 3-0. Does Luke give himself the green light if he likes it? He does, and he rips it into right field for a single.
He's been getting a lot of runners on base here early in this game. See if he's able to capitalize more like he did in the first. A great pitch there from Lazy and Fast Bo to nip a strike against Turducken.
and follows it up with the exact same pitch, gets the same call. That one, I don't know how Luke can even think about taking that. That was razor thin. He takes that one as well, and it's a called strike 3. So 1 down for Fast Bo.
That's the type of sequence Lazy needs to be putting up all night if he wants to keep Luke from adding more to this lead while he's looking to catch up.
Just gets that changeup in there. That's been a good one for Lazy. Fastball is going to miss here. 2-2 count on Gwendolyn Gadwall. Going to loop the curveball in there. Luke waits on it nicely. The contact swing. Does it fall? No. Caught by B. Retreating is the Duckbill the third, and there's 2 down. So Maxine quacks with 2 down. Not a lot of speed on first, but with 2 outs, anything in the gap could give the Mallards another run. But Lazy commands the count. The 1-2, a fastball, it misses. The 2-2 misses, so the runner should get a head start. The full count pitch, swing and a miss. 98 miles per hour, located down and away. That ends the frame.
Lazy knows his location. He wants to just hit it, even if he's missing it, a couple pitches beforehand. He's still going to try and attack and make sure, Luke isn't comfortable at the plate, and he's keeping the ball away from the middle.
Hammers that fastball, and he turns it inside out all the way to the wall. Running is Lazy. Does he challenge and go to third? It looks like he'll hold up at second. It's a leadoff double for the Blackbirds, their first extra base hit. Still locked in, however, is Samantha Plume. She's got herself a nice count versus Applebaum, a dangerous hitter, just misses. Going is Lazy. Looks at the curveball for the out. Does get the runner into scoring position. I think Luke will take that.
That was a good steal, though, by Lazy to get the runner in, standing at third base. And now maybe he'll be able to just squeak the runner in. Ooh, a line out right to first. That's actually the opposite of what Lazy would want with the runner 90 feet away from the plate.
Yeah, almost found himself another extra base hit down the line. Instead, there's 2 down. Wants to get that run in. It's a 1-1 count. Plume's biggest situation so far of the game for her. She's a strike away. The delivery. Swing and a miss. Luke strands the leadoff double.
Lazy way late on these pitches. You got to wonder why he's not able to quite pick up on that heater. Maybe it is the fact that she is locked in and really dealing at Samantha Plume's. Baboa unable to get under or get to that grounder. And now there's a hit for Luke here to lead off the 5th as well.
And that was Samantha Plume's earning that single. So her mojo spectrum is going to be in a very good place. It was already, but a lot of reinforcement there for that single. And Fast Bo, the velocity coming down. He's trying to go to some off speed, but he finds himself behind. A 3-1 changeup. It's wild. It's inside, and the first 2 have reached.
Wow, quickly 2 on for Luke. Let's see if he can capitalize with the lineup turning over like this. There goes Fast Bo, I think.
4 innings, and she will give way to the righty, Little Lackey, part of a great bullpen that has reigned supreme for Lazy in each of his seasons. Eventually, we'll see Tiger, back a punch, Cool Schmuel. 2 on, no outs. Angie Affleck, the whiffer, and she whiffs 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, both these players in their 3rd ever semifinal. Luke trying to return to the World Series. He was there in season 10, lost to Floribel. Lazy, as we know, won the World Series in seasons 8 and 9.
Lazy gonna get out of a jam himself. He gets the double play up the middle, and that ends the top of the 5th. First 2 had reached for Luke, but the threat is extinguished. 6, 7, and 8 for Lazy. Yeah, like you were saying, Lazy competed in season 8, season 9. This one into the gap, caught by Affleck. Lazy competing in seasons 8 and 9 before returning here in 12, and in both 8 and 9, he won the World Series. He is going for his 3rd out of 3. But right now, he is at the mercy of Samantha Plumes, who's dealing.
Yeah, Lazy also picking up an XBL Cup title along the way between seasons 9 and now too. So just stopping by to pick up some more hardware while he was on a little hiatus.
And that cup victory on, if I'm not mistaken, 95 Ego.
Correct.
Somewhere close, yeah. Just an impressive resume, the best resume. in Super Mega Baseball 3 and even in the last game, Super Mega 2. This is Lazy if you don't know him. First pitch swinging is the reliever, and she is out. Luke, 5 shutout innings. He goes back to work.
Yeah, we're just sitting here talking up Lazy as he continues to be shut out in game 1 of a semifinal by Luke, who's pitching, you know, as good as can be. You know, we're seeing it from Lazy's perspective. There's really nothing he can get around too square to find ways to create some runs.
Yeah, this is Luke Archer, who maybe has played Super Mega 3 more than any PvP player. I'd probably sign that statement. I could be wrong, but in any case, he's got the experience. He's played so many games above 90 ego, let alone at 90. And if I'm not mistaken, we talked about how little experience these two have against each other in official capacity as Duckbill goes down. But they played Match of the Week in Season 9, and before Luke famously disconnected, he was pitching a gem versus Lazy. And then they came back after the disconnect, and there was quite the momentum shift. But I think we saw back then what we're seeing now. Luke, he's no pushover on the mound.
Now, you know, these two, not the first time they'll have crossed paths just in XBL play either. They've seen each other, you know, in the community and in the game for a long time. And as we get a little bit of buffering here, sorry about that. These two, you know, there's no surprise that Luke's able to, you know, navigate a game against one of the best in the world because he's been there for a long time.
Yeah, before the buffer, I believe I heard another strike call, so perhaps the strike 3 there to end the top of the 6th. We'll get it sorted out here in just a moment. Looks like it was, in fact, breaking her bat there. And we're into the bottom of the 6th. Hammered by Lazy, a leadoff single. So the tying run once again to the plate for these Blackbirds. And anytime you say that about Lazy, you gotta have your heart just beat a little bit faster. But that curveball, weak contact, and it's out number 1.
Yeah, like I said a little bit ago, Lazy's just really been unable to get anything very square in this game 1. Samantha Plumes and Luke getting the job done very, very well.
Ooh, that's when Luke, if he could have, he probably would have backed up a bit and let it hit the ground for an inning-ending double play. Instead, he'll take it. There's 2 down. Plenty of speed on first, but he needs to avoid giving up a hit, and he does into the glove of Quacks. It's 6 shutout. But quietly, Lazy as well. He's going on his 6th shutout as well. All the scoring happening in the top of the 1st.
Yeah, these two settled in immensely after the first inning or so in this game. We'll see if it's able to hold up as we are dipping into bullpen territory for the Mallards too. You know, he's throwing a decent amount of pitches with Plumes. It looks like she's going to bat for herself in the 7th, so this is getting to be where, you know, you're going to have to do your best work.
Yeah, trusting his starter to go into that 7th inning and keep putting up zeros, and why not? Swing and a miss. Coming out of the pen, Little Lackey, she has been excellent. That is 5 strikeouts in 2 2/3. In VACI now with 2 down. Going to see an off speed here, and it's perfect. Quickly 0-2. A whiff for Trait. Fastball from Lackey. Popped up. Right field. And another shutout inning from Lazy. It's been a pitcher's duel, and that's not something we typically say about these Luke Archer playoff games. Is different series with Luke, Astronaut and whatnot. Definitely not pitcher's duels.
Yeah, for sure. We've seen more like slugfest in a lot of these games that involve the Mallards, but as you said, he can deal with the best of them. He's doing it up here against Lazy, who's, you know, as many would say, on 93, almost under-egoed, but these two, with the way these teams are built and the way these two play, the competitive nature that they have, this is the highest level of play I think they can bring.
Kid K, 2 on, nobody out. Hammers it. Center field, it's got some carry. Track. Wall. It's gone, and the Blackbirds lead just like that.
Oh, man. All of a sudden, this is how Lazy turns a game on its head. He sets the table for himself, then he gets the big hit. He rarely will solo you to death. He's going to get 1 hit, get a walk, get a runner on, you know, any way he can, and then he gets the gapper, then he hits the home run. It's absolutely heartbreaking sometimes.
The whiffer activates for Dizzle. It's a strikeout for out number 1. So Luke rebounding a bit. Still a 1-run game, but like you were saying, that is a vintage Lazy moment. Couple of ripped singles, and then a dead center homer here at his home in all 3 seasons, Sakura Hills. Quickly 1 and 2. Plume's still in this game. And Luke perhaps regretting that he didn't take her out. Maybe not. The velo was still, all the stats, all the attributes were about as high as you can get them. And if you can get one more out here, still a good outing for Plumes. It's going to drop in front of the left fielder.
Yeah, we'll see how long he decides to go with her, as 78 pitches upcoming against Jacko Yakko as he rips that foul. Lazy's starting to key in on this lowered velo.
Good curveball for strike number 2. Can he finish him off? That's going to be a little high. Good take from Lazy. Both of these players opting typically for contact swings in 2-strike counts. That one's just inside. Full count, way ahead on the changeup. So Luke does limit the damage, but the 3-run homer from Lazy puts him ahead by 1. He's 6 outs away from a Game 1 victory.
And then now he's got to do his part with his bullpen. We know the danger that he's got in there. Little Lackey, Eye Tiger, Cool Schmool, Pack a Punch. I'm pretty sure I just named all of them. We've seen them in action in the postseason many, many times. Right. So Luke has to be ready for whatever Lazy's ready to pull out of the pen in these next 2 innings.
It's another strikeout for Little Lackey. She has been overpowering. Platarinko's going to get the at-bat. He hammers it into the glove of Boa. 2 down. Camille Peckin, first baseman, rips it up the middle. Lackey, she's lucky her head wasn't decapitated by that powerful single, but there's 1 on with 2 down.
You can see that she's starting to tire out a little bit too, and Luke keying in on the lowered velo from her. We'll see how many pitches Lazy wants to give this reliever. 38 now, upcoming.
Yeah, especially with reinforcements lurking. Fastball fouled off. Now he goes to the change. Taken by Luke. Runner will go. Full count, 2 outs. Hammered left side into the glove of Wacky Wanda. What a play. And there's 3 outs in the 8th.
I cannot believe it sometimes the way people can react to these plays in the hot corners like that. Lazy just absolutely laid out instantaneously to get to that ball. And I've seen it many a time feel like it goes right under the glove of the third baseman, but that time he timed it just perfect. Got a huge third out. Preserved the lead.
A soft grounder over to Quacks. That should be the day for Plumes. What an outing for her. 7 1/3, 3 runs surrendered to the great Lazy. The offense not able to pick her up, at least not yet. Jackie Stacky is the batter. Softly into right field, the 1-out knock.
Yeah, Lazy definitely going to want to pick up insurance here in the bottom of the 8th. So we'll see if that hit turns into anything. He's going to look to pinch run there for the big catcher.
Yeah, he really wants that insurance run. So Tama Balanza, former power hitter, if I'm not mistaken. Now he's a pinch runner over there. Lots of speed. Hammer, just foul. Surely would have been a run. Greta Rubber is the reliever into the game. Hammered, past the glove of Peckin. Tama Balanza, he's going to hold up at second. There's 1 down, there's 2 on. Here is Wacky Wanda. Through the left side. Turducken, he fires home. Lazy's smart enough to know that he's not going to make it home. They will be loaded with 1 out for Kid K. Lazy looking to apply a dagger, trying to go up the middle, and he does. 1 is in. He's waving a second around. Nymphy ACI throws home. Safe at the plate, and it's a 3-run lead.
Wow, that had to be just safe at the plate. Baboa sliding in there. Nearly in time. This one crushed deep to left. See you later. 3-run shot. All of a sudden, the Blackbirds have broken it open.
Out of hand in a hurry. You took the words out of my mouth. Broken open is this game. It's a 6-run lead for the Blackbirds with 3 defensive outs to go. Little Lackey, she's done her job. Juicy Jones, does he get the call? He does. Greta Rubber, she's rattled. A disastrous outing out of the pen. He hammers it. Is it back-to-back? It is a courtesy jump there. It is 9-2.
Wow, Lazy, the way he can get onto the ball low in the zone and just the way it just seems to carry out of the stadium. Just great punch when he swings the bat. Luke really needs to find a way to get some outs here and get back to the dish in the 9th.
Greta Rubber, yeah, just trying to find a way. Amy B Finds herself ahead, 3-1. Hammers it. If it's fair, it's extra bases. It is foul. So it's a long strike number 2. The change up the middle, another hit. Suddenly, Luke, he needs to be careful to even make it out of the inning.
Yeah, that's true. Lazy's only a few runs away from the big mercy territory as he crushes one into the gap here, and the runner from first should surely score. Nymphiacia is going to try to get it in as fast as she can possibly get it. Lazy will turn around at third and stay conservative. There's still only one out in this inning.
Yeah, and it's the winning run at the plate. Chance Lauderberry Jr. going to come in. Hammers it up the middle. Wasting Lazy in this inning has been so efficient, just picking on every pitch that's hittable. And out at the plate, a merciful out for Luke, but another run scores. Here's the pinch runner from the beginning of the inning. And there will be no mercy. Platarinkos on to first, but it is an 8-run lead here at the end of the game for the Blackbirds. One last chance. 6, 7, and 8 up for the Mallards.
It's amazing how a game can turn on its head. You'd have to say this entire first 7 innings of this, 8 plus, really, Luke pitched masterfully on the hill in order to keep this game where it was at, and it was just not enough to stave Lazy off for a long enough time. He eventually really broke this open.
Hammered into the gap. He's not done yet. This will be an extra base hit. Go for a double as Yaki gets it back in. It's an 8-run deficit. A titanic deficit, but stranger things have happened. Tiger getting the call here. Gadwall, she's behind 0-2. Good speed on it, second. Softly grounded over to Boa. No problem for him. 1 down. Looks like we will see a pinch hitter for Maxine Quacks, or rather not. Looking to go up the middle. It's an RBI no matter what. Quacks looking to beat it out. She cannot. So 1 out away is Lazy. Lauderberry Jr. shows bunt. Now rears the swing. It's in there for a strike. Albelis off the bench. Going to see some action here at the tail end of the game. Swings through that one. Tiger delivers the changeup. Looking for a bunt single is Luke. He's not going to find it. No problem for Tiger. And it's a game 1 victory for Lazy after being shut down the majority of the game. He finds that second gear, and he's up 1-0.
Yeah, Lazy really turned it on there at the end, but Luke had a masterclass on the mound for, like we said, a majority of this game. It was nicely done by him just to put himself in a position to have himself ahead of Lazy for as long as he did, and then Lazy just did Lazy things. That's all that really happened, and I think there's still plenty of time in this series for Luke to show us what he's got and to turn some more games on their head. I think that he showed he can hold Lazy down for an extended period of time. So not all was lost in that game. It just got ugly fast there at the end.
Yeah, game 2 will be from the home of the Mallards coming up here soon. I believe both games are back-to-back on the same VOD in the YouTube file that we've been sent. So as soon as the queue up for game 2, remember this is a pre-recorded VOD due to scheduling issues, but we shall see how it all shakes out with you guys. As Lazy and Luke Archer get ready for game number 2, Lazy taking that first game emphatically after it looked like Luke had a beat on him. Sometimes when you play Lazy, you can just never, ever, ever get comfortable for a microsecond or you're dead.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, Luke was not, I wouldn't say complacent, but he was cruising for a while, and then, it's just one big mistake, one big moment that'll change everything as we're loading in now to game number 2 at Colonial Plaza. So we'll see if he's able to take something from that, take lessons from that. Like I said, that was still a very, very well played game by Luke, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Despite that 7-run inning, I think a much closer game than the box score might show. We'll see what kind of game we get here in game number 2. It is the Colonial Plaza, Luke's favorite stadium in Super Mega Baseball, and his home stadium. Candace Lauderberry going to get the start. This is a low velocity starter, something we see from Luke in these playoffs season after season. Likes to go high velo, low velo, and alternating in that order. And it has worked for him in different series. The question is, will it work against Lazy?
Yeah, Candace Lauderberry, a bit of a folklore playoff hero for the Mallards team. If you followed some of the series of seasons past. So we'll see if tonight, or more deep in the series, she's able to make herself known.
Yeah, that's right. I believe winning 2, if not 3 games. I'm going to say 2 just to be safe. In the Season 10 World Series, Luke following up a game short in that series, but a classic nonetheless. 2 outs here in the first, but 2 on for Lazy, who wants to get out to an early jump against Lauderberry. Balboa. He's ahead 2-1. Great speed and scoring position. And a good count for the hitter. It's a walk. They're loaded in the first. 2 down. Lazy, a chance early.
Yeah, this is ugly quick for Luke. We'll see if he's able to keep these runners from scoring.
Hammered up the middle into the glove of Platarinkos on his glove side. He makes a firm throw, and the Mallards escape danger in the first. That could be a big one to look back at over the context of the entire game.
Yeah, a huge way to squeak out of the jam for Luke Archer. And he's got to be loving that, leaving 3 runners on base. And they're all wearing red, too, so they really are lobsters.
In VACI, she reached on a fluky fly ball in the first inning of game number 1. This one going to be caught. An easier play. For the first out, Angie Affleck, with nobody aboard, she gets the call. Daydream Lullaby is the game 2 starter for the Blackbirds. She has about as much velocity, if not as much, as Fast Bow, the game 1 starter, but the accuracy definitely subdued. We'll see how that plays into it.
Yeah, speaking of accuracy, I just want to remind everybody that we have a high-powered matchup of our AAA semifinals coming up tonight in just about 45 minutes from now, too.
That's right. Big Jorsh and Unholy Yeezus. A couple more games for them. They're all tied at 2.
Yeah, I bring up accuracy because those two, I think, chucked up a couple mercies against each other in a 2-game span, and that lasted about a half hour the other night.
Yeah, after some beautiful pitching in the first part of the cast, the games 1 and 2, both of them taking turns exploding in games 3 and 4, and maybe we see something in the middle tonight. Who knows? Stick around later on tonight for that. Dwayne and I will have the coverage for you. In this one, there's 1 down in the second. Jay Dizzle, the 8-hole hitter, plenty of speed, trying to go up the middle. Not going to be able to do so. 2 down.
There's maybe, that low velo coming into play. Lazy's reaching a little bit, it seems like, for some of these balls on the edge of the zone and not getting any sort of hard contact. This Quacks makes a great play.
Scrapes it off the grass. That was the pitcher, Daydream Lullaby, bidding for a single instead. It's an out. It goes as an out. A quick, efficient out for Candace Lauderberry, and a 1-2-3 inning for her against that bottom of the order. The middle of the order for the Mallards is up now. Camille Peckin. Hammers the fastball, and a good start for Luke. A leadoff single.
Yeah, that's what he needs to build on. He was not able to really do that after the first inning last game. Just the 2 runs from Luke scored. So we'll see now if he's able to make it happen in a different way in this game with some of these early runners.
Teddy Turducken, left fielder, looking to have some success here in this plate appearance. Get something started for the Mallards. Something cooking. Their offense has been completely subdued since the first inning of game number 1. Hammered. Is it over the head of the shortstop? It is. Splitting the gap. Left fielder, he flops for it. Gets it back into the cutoff man, but the runners are at second and third with 1 down. Here comes Gadwall.
These are, some of your favorite scoring opportunities, 2 on in scoring position, less than 2 out. Big hitter coming up like Gadwall. We'll see if Luke is able to capitalize. A couple of great strikes from Lazy on the edge of the zone. You're going to see him live out there. Great check from Luke.
Yeah, looking for the success with this fastball. Not going to find it there. Luke, he turns on it. 1 is in. 2nd is coming to the plate. The play, he's safe. And it's another 2-0 lead early for the Mallards. Hammered right field, trying to make the sliding grab, unable to. And that's another hit. So the Mallards waking up maybe against some of this big velo.
He's going to have to get a hit with Lauderberry if he wants to continue the way he's working, or just at least avoid a ground ball.
If there was one key in that first game, I think for Luke, it was the fact that he got Lazy's pitcher tense early but was unable to keep it that way. We'll see how he does here. Back to neutral goes Lullaby, but that was effectively a sacrifice for Lauderberry. If you can find another hit here, that would knock Lullaby back to tense. But quickly 0-2 on Nymphy ACI. Does she squeak her way on base? She does. It's back up the middle. The third run is in. The fourth will come home easily. Nymphy ACI delivers, and it's 4-0.
That's great leadoff hitting from Luke with his hitter, Nymphy ACI. We've seen her time and time again just sneak on base with some soft contact and using those legs, and getting one right up the middle like that with 2 on is crucial. 4-run lead this early is absolutely just great for Luke and the Mallards.
I have to say I'm a little surprised Nymphy ACI hasn't taken off in this series with that catcher arm and her speed. Luke perhaps just wanting to trust in his bat all the way. Check swings, it's a walk.
Yeah, maybe he's all focused at the plate right now, just trying to, hit the gaps and get these runners moving in different ways.
Platarinkos, he's got big attributes. He could be a hero here. Already up 4-0 on the Mallards, but you need every run you can get if you're Luke Archer. 2 on, 2 outs, a 1-2 count, a changeup high. He takes 41 pitches for Lullaby. The 42nd, another full count. Runners should go. Full count fastball, ripped into the glove of the shortstop, but a very good inning for the Milwaukee Mallards. They score 4 times. But here comes Lazy through the hole on the left side. He's aboard.
Yeah, good response from Lazy just to immediately get a runner on base. We'll see if he's able to try and get a couple early runs here as his lineup just turned over.
Curveball is in there on the inside corner, laying off the changeup. Jacko Yakko. There goes the runner for Lazy. This time, unlike in that instance in the first game, there's no strikeout looking, so it's just a clean stolen base. Hammered up the middle, over the glove of Platarinkos, and the Blackbirds get their first run on the board in quick response.
It's a great way to manufacture from Lazy, using all the skills, stealing bases, getting singles, doing it again, following it right up with a stolen base.
Yeah, taking complete advantage of Luke Archer's tempo here. Way ahead is Amy B. Another runner in scoring position. Here in the top of the third, runner goes again. Throw to third, not in time. Running wild is Lazy now. Any kind of contact probably gets the runner in. Lauderberry. Soft grounder over to third. Diving stop, duckbill. No chance to get B. An infield single, and the lead has been cut in half.
The speed at the top of Lazy's order. Oh, he's picked off.
Yeah, getting a little too greedy there was Lazy. Luke wises up. He gets the pickoff for the first out of
Pretty
his
much.
third.
I'm just going to say it's pretty much all legs from Lazy to get 2 runs going here in this game. He really can use every facet of the game to try and get runs across the board and put pressure on you.
Yaki, he's trying to hit the gap, but Nymphy ACI can fly, and she makes the play. We've seen so many gems over the seasons from Nymphy ACI in center field. A beauty right there to erase what would have been at least a double for Lazy. Now there's 2 down. This one's going to be out to her as well. Doesn't quite have the legs, and on the rim of the track, she makes the catch. We head to the bottom of the third. 2 runs in for the Blackbirds in that inning. Excuse me. Almost said the old team for Lazy. 4-2 ball game. 4, 5, and 6 up for the Mallards.
That's the response you need if you're Lazy. It doesn't matter if you score 4 runs to tie the game or 2 runs just to chip away. Just especially early in the third, you want to keep pace.
And Lullaby, some of that accuracy perhaps taking its toll, works the count into a 3-1 situation, and Luke earns himself a hit on that fastball. He's not getting blown away as much as we saw in game 1, it would appear. Oh, hammered by Luke, but he's early. That had the distance, just couldn't keep it fair. Power versus righties is the trait for Schnauz Duckbill III, who mans the hot corner for these Mallards. Oh, the changeup elicits a check swing. Full count. We've seen a lot of those. Not biting on the curve. He works himself a walk, and the Mallards, after giving up 2, have 2 on base.
Yeah, this is good stuff, with 2, outs right now and Turducken at the plate. He's got great stats on that outside pitch. You see Lazy staying away from it with the tense lullaby.
Just late was Turducken on that last fastball. He, a little early on this one. Pulls it foul. 58th pitch. A little low. Gets him to swing, but he fights it off. It was a good pitch. Daydream Lullaby. Way early there was Turducken. That's out number 1. A huge strikeout for Lazy that he needed. So now Gadwall swings through that fastball, even with the reduced velocity. This is 93 ego, folks. No easy task for anybody.
Yeah, still unable to catch up there on a big one middle in.
Another full count here with 2 down. Gadwall faces the fastball, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. So Luke, after getting the first 2 on, is in danger here of getting nothing. Hammered. Diving stop. Wacky Wanda has been money tonight, and she saves a run or 2.
I can't believe she caught that. I thought it at least hit the ground, but she caught that out of the air. That's huge. What reactions from Lazy to get that on the line drive.
Yeah, cat-like, if you will. 2-1 count on Kid K. 6, 7, and 8 due up in this inning. Fights it off up the middle. The first has reached and has good speed.
Yeah, this is more possible responding from Lazy. He's down to the bottom of his order. That doesn't mean anything, though. He can produce at any given moment. As that one was in a dangerous spot, it's lifted deep into that Colonial foul territory that's got a ton of foul territory. And Luke makes a nice out.
Lazy threatens like he was going to tag and go, but tags and retreats. So 1 down. Luke looking for a ground ball, but Jay Dizzle, he's looking for something good. Hammers it. And VACI, she's got it. Back-to-back flyouts, 2 down.
Yeah, we saw Lazy earlier roll into a double play in game 1. I don't know how many times, in a series at all you're going to be seeing him do that. We might be already had our fill with it.
Yeah. Popped up, shallow left. Platarinkos. He's got it. So despite the leadoff single, Lazy is retired with no damage done to the Mallards. Daydream Lullaby back out there. Candace Lauderberry going to get the at-bat here. She has been good.
Yeah, you know how Luke leans on these low velo relievers for starters, for as long as he can. Then he'll switch it up with his relievers, and bring the tempo. It's worked in the past. We'll see if he can stretch Candace out a little bit more, then probably bring in someone like Muck Duck, who's got more juice.
That curveball essentially flawless, low and away. It's a tougher pitch to execute these days post-patch, but he did it there, gets the strikeout, and VACI aboard, or at bat with nobody aboard.
She had a great 2 RBIs last time up.
Swing and a miss. It almost seems like Luke has had a harder time catching up to the velo once the velo has started to reduce on the part of Lullaby.
Yeah, it is an interesting point to make as she's up at 76 pitches now, and she's been cruising ever since she gave up those runs.
Quickly 2 strikes on Angie Affleck. Lazy looking for his own 1-2-3 inning here. Get his offense back out there, try and tie the game, but he's going to run the count full. Lullaby. Going to go for a curveball here. It might be a bit low. Luke agrees, and he wins the at-bat. It's a walk. Lullaby. Is her day done? It's the dangerous Platarinkos at the plate.
Really the most dangerous part of this Mallard's order that Lazy's got to deal with now, and we will see Tiger come out of the pen to try and deal with them.
Yeah, so 3 2/3 is the day for Lullaby, and the trusty pen for the Blackbirds has been engaged. Hammered by Platarinkos. It's foul. I had a run spelled all over it, but instead it's a quick 2-strike count. And what else but the fastball? The high and away location. Platarinkos fights it off barely.
And Kid K unable to just get there. Nice change up to end the inning. Wow, Lazy, what location.
No swing offered from Luke. He stares at it for strike number 3. That ends the inning. Tiger comes in out of the pen, slams the door, but the bullpen engaged early for the Blackbirds. Jacko Yakko, he's locked in after some base running. Dropping it is Gadwall. There will be no chance to get the runner at second, and it's more base running, or rather, it's really a mistake on the part of the catcher. It could be a costly one.
Yeah, we'll see how costly it does prove to be. Giving away free bases to someone like Lazy is not what you want to do.
Just misses with that change, so the count runs full to Yakko. Runners going softly over to the shortstop, Luke. He takes the out at first.
Yeah, good play by Luke. Lazy not rounding third to test anything. Looks like he's going to hit it hard there through the hole and get himself an RBI. Quickly 4-3.
RBI single, runner aboard. It's a 1-run game. Jackie Stacky now the cleanup hitter. There goes Lazy again. It's a hit and run attempt. It's going to go foul. Luke right now, he's going to throw a pick off. Good call there. I was going to say he's seemingly at the mercy of the base running for Lazy. A couple pickoffs in a row, nothing going. There he goes. Luke held onto the ball. Should get him at second. He does. So 2 down, bases clear.
I'm honestly a bit surprised by Lazy's need to, move that runner as much as he needed to or wanted to, but quickly put away, and there's Luke able to get out of the inning with the lead still intact.
Yeah, perhaps just feeling a little hesitant to trust his normal game on 93. Maybe just feeling it a little, a little too difficult. It is 3 whole degrees harder in this game. But in any case, yeah, he kind of runs himself out of the inning there. But the pass ball does lead to an RBI single and a 1-run game. Now Peckin looks at strike 3. Another K for this Blackbirds bullpen.
Yeah, Lazy's done a good job with Little Lackey and now Tiger out of the pen. Luke hasn't gotten anything off the bullpen just yet. Let's see if he's able to do that in this game. Actually, I stand corrected. He did score a 3rd run in the last game, so still, it's been tough to get anything off these pitchers.
It was a beautiful stop there at second by Boa. Tiger, he's looking for another K. He's got it. That fastball ties him up. We are into the top of the 6th. Still a 1-run game. Fly ball, center field, rim of the track, Nymphiaceae, no problem for her, 1 down.
That's what Luke wants, quick at-bats, especially if he's still got Lauderbury on the mound in the 6th inning. 71st pitch just crossed over for a ball.
Goes after the curve, glove side of Platarenko's firm throw, 2 down. Candace Lauderbury had a very shaky start in the first, loaded him up. Was able to escape that jam, but it looked like maybe this would be open season for Lazy. So far through 6, it hasn't. And Luke escapes that 6th with the lead. But locked in is Tiger. That velo ripping. Gwendolyn Gadwall looking to get it started. And she hammers it. Right center field gap. I don't think Yakko gets there. It's off the middle of the wall. She doesn't have good speed, but is hit far enough that she's in there regardless. A runner in scoring position. A run that Luke, in my opinion, has to have. Does he get it here? A single in front of Yakko. Remember, Gadwall can't run very well. He does send her. The throw is cut off. Runner's in a pickle between first and second. It feints the tag, but Gadwall out. Caught. Does Luke get to third? He does.
What a sequence.
A sequence where both players could have made out like bandits. Instead, they both kind of have to sacrifice something. Speaking of sacrifice, it's a 5th run on the bunt for Luke. A good job from Luke. He did kind of mess up that base running, but at least gets that runner to third and scores himself a run.
Yeah, trades the run for the out with the sacrifice, with the squeeze there with the pitcher. And yeah, I don't know. That was an insane moment of play from both players. But for it to work out in a run for Luke, that's just major fortunate. And as we go into the 7th, that's a really, really valuable run.
And good news for the Mallards. Tiger probably going to be lifted here. And he is for Bippy Babuski. That's definitely a new player in this franchise for Lazy. Right-handed pinch hitter. Softly hit over to Pekin. She just gets to it. Does she flip it? No, she takes it herself. And that gets Candice Lauderberry a little bit more leash as she is now locked in through 78 pitches, but hammered into the glove of Turducken. 7 innings. That was the meltdown inning for Luke. This is the bottom of the 7th in game number 1. Now he's in the bottom of the 7th himself with a 2-run lead. Angie Affleck, 2, 3, and 4. This is that scary part of this Mallards lineup. Granted, with Luke handling the bat, he can make any part of his lineup scary, but especially so this part. And she earns herself a single or more. Is it cut off? No, it's to the wall. Affleck, she can fly. Yakko gets it back in. Holding at second is Affleck. A leadoff double. Looking for an important insurance is Luke Archer.
Yeah, important insurance indeed. As we're in the 7th, they'll still have a couple chances to do it, you know, here and then in the 8th inning. So we'll see if he can. That double was massive. He lined out hard too, so he's making good contact with the ball.
Gonna go foul here. A 1-1 count as Affleck stands on second, hoping to be driven in. A good curveball to Pekin. So Little Lackey. Stolen base attempt from Luke. Throw down. He's safe. 90 feet away stands the potential 6th run for the Mallards. Lazy needs a K. Does he get it with the fastball yet again? Oh my goodness. How did he pull that bunt back?
I know. I was thinking about bunting again with Pekin of all players.
Instead, he earns himself a walk. An interesting at bat there, showing off some good reflexes there. It looked like he wanted to squeeze. Does he hammer the changeup? He does. Plenty deep enough. If it's caught, it is caught. Tagging up is Affleck. The 6th run of the game for the Mallards comes in. It's a 3-run ball game.
Massive insurance for Luke, and he's still got a runner on and 2 outs. And he's got, you know, Turducken at the plate who can hit. So it's not over in this inning, and more runs will be huge.
Turducken evades the strikeout, at least for one more pitch. Going to see a fastball. He swings and misses. So a good job from Lazy to get out of it, but he does allow a run for the 2nd consecutive inning. He's down 3. He's got 6 outs to work with. If anyone can get it done, it is him.
Candice Lauderberry dealing. She's at over 80 pitches, still in the game. The low velo specialist, starting pitcher for this Mallard team. I mean, like I said, she's a bit of a playoff folklore legend. So to see her in the 8th of a game 2 in the semifinals once again, that's just what she does.
Speaking of legends, Nymphaceae, she's got it for the first out in the 8th. Candice Lauderberry, absolutely a playoff legend. Seemed to be the only thing that could stop the champion Florbell in season 10 on his run, his dominant offensive run. It's going to be a double for Lazy, though, and a big one.
Yeah, we've seen Lazy set the table already in this series, you know, last season or last game. Where he took the lead off a big home run from Kid K. So this is a part of the game where Luke cannot let him do that. Gets a big out there.
Luke,
I would concede the 90 feet as well.
I was going to say the prudent play there to let him have third and not risk the pickle, which obviously in real life is a risk worth taking. In Super Mega Baseball, not so much. Hammered by Lazy. If it's down, it's a run, but it's caught. Luke stands 3 outs away from tying up the series. The question is, will it be Candice Lauderberry out there to finish it, and whether or not he can get himself some more insurance? There's one down here.
Yeah, he's got the 8-hole hitter up, so we will find out this inning if Lauderberry is going to stay in the game.
2-0, Maxine Quack, she's ahead. A wild fastball is low. And you have to think if a runner gets on for Lauderberry via the walk or a hit, what have you. We're getting ahead of ourselves as the curveball's popped up. Not going to happen anyway. Would have made the equation, I think, a little bit more interesting. Instead, the decision is nigh, and he's batting all the way.
Yeah, hitting for herself. She's locked in. She might as well try and boost her mojo a little bit, too, while she's at it.
Luke Archer down 1-0 in the semifinals to Lazy. He is going to attempt a complete game with Candice Lauderberry. First things first, she's still at bat. No longer. A beautiful fastball ends the bottom of the 8th. To the 9th we go. It's a 3-run lead for Luke Archer, looking to close it out. 6, 7, and 8 for Lazy. Hammered into the gap. Could this be the dream start? It is. A courtesy dive from Affleck gets him nowhere. Getting it back in. It's a leadoff double. And how many more at bats do you give your tired starter? I know the velo's low. I know that's the whole reason she's in. But if Lazy can time it up, this could get ugly. She's in for now.
Yeah, still some cushion to work with for Luke. It can evaporate quickly, but he wants to see her get some results, and there's going to be out number one, so runner stays at second base.
Caught at second. There's one down. Swung on and missed. That couldn't have been more than 91 miles per hour. But I guess when the timing is just not what you're used to, things change. Backhanded by Quacks. There's two down. Lazy will pinch hit for Lackey. If he can reach, he'd bring the tying run to the plate with the turnover of the lineup. Lauderberry gets a weak grounder, but it's foul. Quickly 0-2. 104 pitches coming up. Outside, Lauderberry. She stares down Cheese. It's foul. A great at bat here. Hammered. Fair. Down the line, it's 6-4 Mallards. Getting it back in quickly is Turducken. Could there be a play at second? There will not be. Lazy retreats. In hindsight, he would have made it, but hindsight's 2020. The tying run to the plate.
Ooh, and
Is
Luke,
this it?
yeah, perhaps going to lift Lauderberry. He does. It's Greta Rubber who got knocked around last game in a big situation.
Ooh, a fastball. He was ready for some heat. Quickly 0-2. Can Rubber slam the door? The changeup hammered up the middle. Lazy, he survives another batter. A cardiac arrest-esque inning for Luke. The tying runs are aboard. They've got some speed, especially the trail runner, the one that matters. Jacko Yakko. I can't imagine Lazy's... okay, he's going to put Tama Balanza perhaps in for Big Cheese.
He's got a ton of speed on. He wants to desperately tie this game. And he's got a huge hitter at the plate who can easily do so. In one swing, he could take the lead. So Luke has to be precise.
It's another 2-strike count. He must execute. Softly hit right side. Quack. She gets us on a hop. Luke Archer survives. He staves off the rally, and he evens the series, folks. I think we've got a good one here. Could be a classic. It at least was a classic start.
Yeah, big split from Luke. Wow, what games, we saw from him in really both games. The scoreline from game one, which he lost, I think, did not tell the whole story. And this one he won. So a huge split in the first two games of this for Luke.
Yeah, and really a fascinating start to the series. In game one, outside of that bottom of the seventh inning where Lazy scored 7 times, both of these games, really the story was the pitching. Now, I know Luke, he did score 6 in the second game, but really, even on 93, these are I'd say, 2 of the 4 best hitters, right? Or 2 of the 3, however you want to dice it. And even on 93, where, yes, it's a bigger challenge, they really corralled each other and gave us just some really nice close games.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they both went out there with good plans on the mound against each other and seemed to execute them for the majority of the game on either end. But it was Luke who was able to break through in game 2 on Lazy a little bit and then, hold him down. He pitched a really great game to keep Lazy at 4 runs. It got a little hairy at the end with the bullpen, but he managed to get through. Like I said, the plan prevailed. And it almost did in game 1, 2 until the end where Lazy was able to break it open. And that's his specialty. He sets the table for himself and then he gets the big hit and really, knocks you off your perch a little bit. So to get knocked off like that in game 1 from Luke to respond with a win in game 2, I think that's a testament to how big this series could be.
Yeah, so at least for now, nobody's going to sweep. We've got a close one here. They look like they're matching each other tit for tat, and we'll see how it shapes up going into games 3 and 4. A return to Sakura, of course, for game number 3, and we'll see how it shakes out. As far as the starting rotations, we know Luke doesn't really care who pitches for him. He can pitch with the low velo, as we just saw, 8 2/3 out of the arm of Candace Lauderberry. But he'll probably have another high velo starter and then another low velo starter. I'm not sure what the tail end of the rotation looks like for Lazy, but that's going to be a big storyline as we get those games scheduled. Thanks to both players for playing this one off stream. I know it's not the most exciting thing. We don't love to do it, but when scheduling concerns arise, it sometimes just has to happen. So we thank them for bearing with us. With any luck, the rest of the series should be live. But we hope you enjoyed the broadcast nonetheless, pre-recorded or not. I had a lot of fun. Thanks, Dwayne, for having me on. And what do we have coming up tonight?
Yeah, just about 20 minutes time, we are going to be kicking off games 5 and 6 of a massive AAA semifinal between Unholy Yeezus and his Unholy Milkman and Big George and the Nowhere Night Owls. These two have been back and forth literally this entire series. 3 games of which, involved, 9+ run deficits, 2 mercies involved in the last cast. So it's an electric series going down in the AAA. Huge game 7 potential if these two split again tonight. So do not miss that. In 20 minutes time, we're going to be back kicked on live again. Me and Weaver back on the screen talking about some AAA ball. So it's going to be really, really exciting. And yeah, it was really great to have you here for this one, Weaver. These were some great ball games.
Yeah, again, thank you for having me on, and thank you all for watching. Hope you stick around, or rather, hope you come back here in another 20 minutes or so. We'll be live again for the continuation of the AAA semifinals. We'll talk more about that once we go live. If we don't see you later, have a great rest of your night. If we do see you later, get some popcorn ready. That's been a great series, and should be more great games tonight. A possible conclusion. We will see you soon. Thank you again to Mickey for the timeless trailer, and of course Urban for getting us some work on the fly for these semifinals. Yeah, we will see you soon. Hopefully, everyone take care.
See you soon, guys.